Welcome back to the channel and to my third WWE 2K17 video. This, as always, is the 101. So previously we've looked at my top 5 new roster additions as well as my top 5 new match types, and for those videos check out the series playlist, link on the screen now. But in this one we're now taking a look at my top 5 modes or features that they could potentially bring back to the series for 2K17. So kicking this off, at number 5 we have got the very popular General Manager mode. Now personally I wasn't a massive fan of this mode back in the day, but still overall I think it's fair to say a large portion of the community would love to have this mode back in the series. Now the last time we saw this mode was back in SVR 2008, having previously also been in the series in SVR 06 and SVR 07. If you're not familiar with the mode, it's pretty much as the name states, you are the GM of one of the main shows that competes against another show with the main goal of the mode to gain the biggest audience and have the best show against the opposing general manager. And the mode goes fairly in depth with superstar contracts and match ratings, injuries, storylines and more. And overall, if that was your thing back in the day or still is your thing now, GM mode might be a solid addition to bring back to the series for 2K17. Moving on, at number 4, we have got the ability to fight in the crowd. We haven't had this feature officially since the later SmackDown vs Raw days, although unofficially most of the games since that time have featured a glitch that almost makes this possible. Given that crowd fighting on occasion does still happen in actual WWE, it would still fit with 2K's realism outlook while still being a really fun and cool addition to the next game of the series. Now there's a number of ways I reckon this could be incorporated into the next game, which we can go into more in depth in a future video, but still for now, generally speaking, I reckon crowd fighting would make for a great return feature for the next game in the series. Next up at number 3, we have got the Create a Finisher. Now this was one of the features that we lost after the series went next gen with 2K15, so last time we saw this in the game was 2K14. If you're not familiar with Create a Finisher, it's, as the name states, the ability to create your own finisher in the game from a list of in-game animations. No doubt the mode did have its issues, but I think overall it was a fun extra game mode to have in the game nonetheless. The fun factor alone, I think an improved version of Create a Finisher with more realistic animations if possible would make for a pretty cool addition to the upcoming 2K17 game modes. Just missing out on my top spot, at number 2 we have got the Road to Wrestlemania. Now if you're a new fan of the series, this is basically what we had as the main story mode prior to WWE 13. Since that time, whether it's the Attitude Era mode in 13 itself, the 30 Years WrestleMania mode in 2K14, or the Showcase modes in 15 and 16, those modes were all focused on reliving past moments in WWE history, whereas the Road to Wrestlemania mode is a little different and for the most part was all about a custom storyline and a more unique experience. There were multiple versions of the Road to WrestleMania mode back in the day, from SVR 09 going through to WWE 12, and for the most part, most of which were pretty awesome. So if 2K didn't want to go the relive route this year and fancy something a little different and more unique, something along the lines of a Road to WrestleMania mode might be a pretty cool alternative. 4 down, 1 to go. At number 1, we have got the Story Editor or Create a Story mode. Now as a content creator and someone who makes videos, as far as the modes go that we lost after 2K14, this is without doubt the feature I personally miss the most. Now whether you enjoyed making your own stories with the mode, or whether you enjoyed downloading and playing other people's stories, this mode for me was an awesome feature and mode to have in the game. Once again, it's exactly as the name states, the mode is entirely about making your own custom stories, using a bunch of cutscenes and story options found within the mode. The feature allowed users to get really creative, making their own unique custom storylines with the added ability to upload them to community creations for others to then download and play themselves. In turn, for some at least, this mode would extend the game's life cycle just a little bit each year, so for that reason, plus the fun factor, I think Create a Story mode would make for a great addition to bring back for the series later this year. So you never know, fingers crossed, maybe and hopefully we'll one day see this game mode return to the series. So that is it, 5 things in terms of features and game modes that I would like to see return to the series later this year. Agree or disagree, let me know your thoughts on my feature 5 as well as your own 5 as a comment in the comment section of this video. If you have enjoyed today's video, as always, a like rating will be awesome to see. And also don't forget to check out the series playlist for all previous and upcoming episodes, linked down below as well. Anyway, that is it for this one, so expect plenty more WWEGames content coming to the channel very, very soon. And until next time, this has been 101, and I will see you all on the next one.